What's up, people? Today we got another tutorial on how to create a nice thumbnail for your YouTube videos. Now this tutorial is using Photoshop CS6, and I do have a video out that shows how you can get Photoshop for free. If you guys don't have it already, I'm going to put a link in the description. I'm also going to put an annotation on the screen. Just click on that, watch it, get Photoshop, and then come back to this video so we can create a thumbnail. Alright, so now that that's all set and we all have Photoshop, the first step that you're going to do is just go right up here and click on File and New. And then we're going to change the name. Let's just put thumbnail. And I'm actually going to create a thumbnail for this video. The thumbnail you're going to see for this video is going to be the thumbnail I'm going to create. And all you're going to do is set the width to 1280 by 720 and the height. This is the perfect size that you can get for a thumbnail for a YouTube video. So then once you click OK, you're going to get a white screen, and that's going to be your background. Alright, so the next step is to get something that's going to be for your background, unless you want a white background. So I actually went on Google. Here, it's on my second screen. Let me pull it up over here. So I found this background, and this is the one I'm going to use. So I'm just going to right click and click on Save Image As, and I'll just save it to my desktop. This is the easiest way to find your pictures. So we'll just close out of that. And now what we're going to do is click on File and Open, and we're going to find that picture, which is right here. I have it set to my desktop. Look in Desktop. So it's right here, Stones Blue. So then we're going to click Open, and it's going to open in another tab up here. So now what you're going to do is click on this. You might have a lock here. What we're going to do is click on Layer from Background, click OK. So now we can use this layer and then duplicate it, and we're going to use it to the thumbnail document that we already have. So what this is going to do is bring over that picture to our other document. So now we can delete this because we don't need that anymore, because now this is our background. Alright, so now that the easiest part of our thumbnail is created, which is the background, we're going to put other things on there. You can add text, you can add a picture, it doesn't really matter. Whatever you think or whatever you want to put on there, you can. Usually what I do is I put a small picture on the thumbnail, and I also put text, but the text is usually larger than everything else, because usually what people are looking for is to get straight to the point and just figure out what video they want to watch by looking at the text on their thumbnail. So usually what I put is in my thumbnails, like for this video, this is a how to create a thumbnail video. I'm probably just going to put text that says that, and that's it, and just make it really big, because that's what people are looking for. That's probably how you found this video yourself. Alright, so since we want to add text, the next step is to just come down here into the right corner and click on this button here. This is actually a new layer button. So now we have a new layer. So in this layer we're going to put text. So we just click on the T here and then click on the screen, and then we'll just put whatever we're going to put for our text. Now I have this font. I'm not too sure if this font comes stock with Photoshop or if I downloaded it, because I remember downloading it, but I don't remember if it was on this computer or my other computer. So usually what I do is whenever I want to find new fonts, I go to thefont.com. This is the best website to get different kinds of fonts. You can see here on the front page that they have some. The one that I use for most of my videos is the Obelix Pro, which is this one. They also have different versions of it, and I also have different kinds of fonts for like my banners and things like that. So you can just go and search through here, and then once you find the one you want, let's say you wanted this same font that I use, you just click on download, and it'll download right here, and you'll see a 1 here because I already have it downloaded. So I guess it was this computer. So then just click on that, and then you should be able to install it by clicking on one of these. Just right or double click and then click on install, and it'll install the font right to your computer. And once that's installed, you'll see it here right away. You don't even need to reopen Photoshop. It'll already be here. So now that we have the font that we want, all we're gonna do is put the text on here. So this video is how to create a thumbnail. And then you're gonna see if the font is already set to very large that it's gonna go out of frame. So all you're gonna do is click enter, and it should come down. So now we just gotta figure out the correct size. So now that I have the correct size and the correct format for it, all we're gonna do is change the color of it, because I don't want it to be this color. We can make it white, And then usually what I do to make the font pop out more is that I use 3D features to actually like make it come to life. So what you do for that is that once you're in the layer with the text, you have to make sure that this is clicked. You just look up here and there's a 3D option. So then this will show up and just click no, and then it's going to automatically make it 3D. So now that that's done, we can just click out of this layer, and then you can see here that the font is now in 3D. Now you don't have to do this. There is other ways to make your font pop out more without having to make it in 3D, because once you get into that 3D mode, it is a little complicated to get things set and good. Alright, so if you didn't want to make your font 3D, there is other ways to make it pop out, and it's a lot less complicated to do so. So what you do is you have the layer clicked with the text, have the text option clicked here, and then go over here and click on styles next to adjustments, and there's different things that you can do. Now usually what I would do is go down here, you can see the different options. If you just hover over them, it'll eventually show up. So what I click on is I click on the basic drop shadow, and then this will bring the effects here. So then just click on just double click on drop shadow. Jeez, I can't talk. And then this will pop up. So now you can add a shadow to your text, which will also make it pop out more. So then to make it actually show up, just go over here and move the distance over a little bit, and you can start to see the shadow show. So this will make your text pop out a lot more, and then you can have the shadow less, I guess, transparent, or even more transparent, so you don't have to see it just all the way dark, and give it more of a shadow feel. And there is other options. You don't have to do just the drop shadow. They have outer glows, and you can add both together if you wanted to give it even more of an effect. And there's just different things that you can go through to add to your thumbnails. So I'm gonna choose something, and then I'll come right back. You can choose whatever you'd like for your thumbnail. I usually do the 3D, but I'm not gonna do that for this one, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I finished what I did to my thumbnail, or to my font. I didn't do much. You can see all the effects I have here. If you want, I can show you the settings. So I have the drop shadow. These are my settings. And then I have stroke and the bevel and emboss. The stroke is actually a very good outlining tool. It basically just outlines the text, so then you have a nice black outline. You can use whatever color you want for that, or for your font in general. Another font color that likes to stick out a lot is yellow. That's another color that I use a lot in my thumbnails. You can see here that it catches the eye very well. But for this video, I'm just going to use a white font. And that's pretty much it for this thumbnail that I'm going to use. Like I said, for any other thumbnail, you can put way more than just text. That's usually what I do, but for the sake of this video, it's just a how-to. So I'm just going to leave it at this. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If I helped you out, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. If you guys have any other suggestions on things that I can help you with, like creating a banner or things like that, just leave a comment. And that's it.